Thanks for
Great.
your time again.
No
Sorry for
problem.
the delay.
It's
Mm.
okay.
Happy that you're coming to Argentina,
Yes.
of course. There is a lot of expectation of related to your show.
Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
That there's a lot of expectation related to your show.
Uh-oh, I hope they're good expectations.
Yes, and also Martin Garcia is really a good DJ.
Oh, wonderful.
So it will be a wonderful night. And I wanted to ask you, in spite of being young, you have a long career. If I'm not wrong, you have been touring since 1991. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, outside of America, that's right.
And how does it feel growing up in that scene?
Wow. I mean, it's good. I make music as an artist, and I feel very happy to have always been able to make a living from doing my artwork. So I feel very fortunate to be growing up doing what I love and still continue to be growing up and continuing to do what I love.
And your label has something to do with that, I think.
Yeah, well, Ovum Recordings was a label I started in the early 90s, and it's a lot of work. It's very, very difficult to run a record company, especially now with digital music, because everybody wants everything for free, so I don't really make any money having a record company, but the label has been around for 14 years, and we're very happy to be very respected by lots of different producers and DJs and collectors over the years. So yeah, I mean, Ovum Recordings is a very big part of who I am.
And talking about your label, I have to say that it have a huge diversity of artists and music, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think people really respect about Ovum is that there is a little bit of everything for everybody, and it tends to cross the boundaries. We have deep house, we have tech house, we have minimal, we have some techno things. It's just music as it should be. Music that doesn't necessarily only sound a certain way to a certain group of people. So it's difficult sometimes because we have people who really want to buy a certain kind of music, like the minimal sound, and we don't really specialize in this, but we may have an artist who does a track that's influenced by that sound. So we're very happy to be able to be, accepted and respected by lots of different people because of our diversity.
Talking about acceptance and respect, you are also recognized about your works on the studio. How can you manage all that work?
It's very difficult. I asked myself that question this morning because I had to stay up and work on a project until 5 in the morning, and then I had to wake up at 9 o'clock this morning. So there's not very much time in the day to be able to do everything. And I think as we get older, we all realize that time is something cherished, and how we're able to do all the things that we used to be able to do, but now we don't have any time to do them in.
More than a DJ, you are a superhero. We started the interview talking about Argentina, and I have to say that you came to Greenfields. What do you remember about that?
That was actually my first time playing in Argentina, and I was happy to to get there because I've been around Buenos Aires and Argentina before, but I've never actually been there. So for me, it was a very cool place and neat place for me to go. It was very different from any place that I've kind of ever been, and I know a bit about the culture and the architecture and the music. just the whole aspect of the tango and the whole Argentinian cinema industry, um, by like Eugene Pye, and a lot of the Italian and French influences on your architecture after the Declaration of Independence in the 19th century. I like the art museums that are there. I've been going to the Malba last time I was there. For me it was really cool to be there. I took an extra day after the festival just to kind of go around and check out all the different, I think you guys call them barrios.
Yes.
And so, for me it was cool. I remember the festival being very big, and I remember it being full of rain. And I remember the area where I was so much rain inside the tent that no one was there because it was like a big puddle of water. So I don't come to South America a lot because a lot of the parties that I come to play for are sponsored by cigarette companies, and I don't play for cigarette money. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been to Buenos Aires so much, is because a lot of the parties in Argentina are sponsored by cigarette companies. And when Martin asked me to be a part of this party, my management asked and said, hey, is there cigarettes involved? And they said no. So I'm very excited to be coming back again, and also, the fact that it's not cigarette money. So
they are not involved, and also it's in an indoor place, so don't worry about the rain this time.
Yeah, I'm excited about that as well.
Can you tell me something of your presentation?
I don't know. The very cool thing about what I do and what other DJs do is that it's very spontaneous. So I kind of feel my performance is very linked into how the crowd is there and the energy there. So I always play a kind of a mixture of my music, released and unreleased, along with lots of other cool music as well. Not just necessarily my own or on Ovum, but just a lot of really cool artists.
Great, sounds great. So,
yeah.
Well, looking forward to meet you.
Thank you. I hope. Will you be there?
Yes, of course, of course.
Wonderful. How far is the party outside of the city? Or is it inside?
No, it's in the city actually.
Okay.
So, for sure you will be next to the hotel, not far, like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, last time I played at Pasha for the first time.
Well, it's near Pasha.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes, only a couple of minutes from there.
Oh, great. I had a good time at that party. It was very crowded. And I'm looking forward to people, coming out and hearing different music and the music that I have to offer. And, I love what I do, so I hope it reflects in, people's...
We are getting to the end, but would you like to do an ID for the radio?
Sure, no problem, of course.
Okay. So, will be something like this. Hi, this is Josh Wink, and you're listening to Metro Dance 95.1 FM.
95.1?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Hey, this is Josh Wink, and you're listening to Metro Dance at 95.1 FM.
Great, great. So meet you there. Thank you for your time.
Wonderful. Thank you, and thanks for making the interview happen now rather than later.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Okay, mucho gusto.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.